Well, hello everyone. Day 38 via the videos. I am north of Lexington by probably about 6 or 7 miles north of Lexington. It's a beautiful day. The sun is out. It was a beautiful day yesterday too, and just a real pretty night. So making good time. I'm getting close, everyone. I'm thinking that Washington, barring any problems or barring me getting hurt or anything like that, I'm thinking within the next 2 to 3 weeks I should be in D.C. So the majority of the trip is now behind me, and each day I'm really closing in on the goal. So I hope to see a lot of you folks there if you can make it. If not, maybe you can rally some people together and show some support from each of your communities. Some things that we're going to do after I reach Washington, we want to be able to continue this movement through education and recruiting and bringing people together to start to voice our opinions about what this federal government is doing, and equally as important of what this federal government is not doing. So we'll be talking more about that and what we can do in our individual communities to start to continue to gain momentum. Once again, I just want to thank John and Maggie George down there in the Rhine River Inn. It's just one of those moments along the way that are going to be forever etched in my memory, and it's just one of those times where in less than 24 hours you can forge just such a great friendship with people. Meeting you guys and you guys being so gracious and giving to me has touched me more than you know. When I'm out on the road here like this, I guess I forget as to how kind of lonely you get, even though you're bumping into people, you're talking to people about political things. It's something entirely different to be able to sit on the porch at night, watch the sun go down, feel the air get cooler, and just having good conversation and camaraderie with good people. And that's what you guys provided for me, amongst giving me shelter and the other things that you've done for me. So you've touched my heart, and I very much appreciate all that you do, or all that you did for me. And I encourage everybody, if you're anywhere even near that part of the country, in Virginia, Buchanan, Virginia, or anywhere around there, make sure you stop in and see the Georges at the Rhine River Inn. And if you love bed and breakfasts, you've got to go to this one. It's absolutely magnificent. Building that was built in the 1840s that they have completely restored and did a terrific job. You will not find greater people, and even if you have to drive out of your way a little bit, it's worth going. You can also go to their website. It's the RhineRiverInn.com, www.therhinerriverinn.com, and Rhine is R-H-E-I-N, Rhine. The RhineRiverInn.com. Thank you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again, that our paths will cross. I wanted to just talk a little bit about the news. I haven't said too much about the oil spill and what's going on there, because I just believe that the biggest priority there is that that they get this cleaned up. I mean, it's an accident, and it is a little discouraging that in life things do happen, and it just seems to me the first thing this administration has done and continues to do is to try to place blame, and their main focus seems to be on accountability, and we're gonna sue them, and we're gonna make sure that they pay, and that seems to be the top priority over what I believe what the real priority should be, is cleaning that up, throwing everything we've got at that to clean it up. The first few things that went down to Louisiana were the SWAT teams and the attorneys, as opposed to maybe the Army Corps of Engineers to help figure out solutions. So rather than vilifying BP, perhaps we should be doing more to help BP to get this thing cleaned up. But that's how attorneys think, especially slimy attorneys. And when you see it, it's just very, very discouraging. But I want to salute Governor Jindal, because I believe what he's doing right now is what more states need to start doing. we rely way too heavily on the federal government to take care of our lives. And yesterday I saw on the news that Governor Jindal has decided they're not waiting for anybody. They're not going to wait for the federal government. They're not going to wait for anybody. They're rallying the people together down there, and they're going to go out and they're doing things on their own. That's the spirit of America right there. And more states need to start taking action on their own when it comes to things that affect the people of their state. And so I salute Governor Jindal for doing that. We rely way too much on the federal government, and we need to start reversing that trend state by state. And I also want to show support for the Arizona legislation that they passed, and the governor of Arizona and the people of Arizona. The federal government is completely taken over now by political correctness and thinking that does nothing but twist events to one bent, and that is racism and you know, profiling and all this stuff. How we can take an incident that is bringing in hundreds of thousands of illegals a year, illegal aliens, people breaking the law, primarily all of one race, and somehow turn this into a racial issue is it's despicable. It really is. And it goes right up to our president, who now has been brought up with that mindset. That's the problem with the president we've had. He has been brought up and weaned on that type of thinking, and it's a real dangerous mix for America, because this president, you, Barack Obama, have done more to divide this country than anything you've done to unite it. And you're doing it on purpose. You're doing it willingly and knowingly, and you're going to be held accountable for it. Trust me. America is tired of it. We're just tired of it. Rather than keeping the boot on the throat of the Islamic terrorists, which you refuse to even name, you won't even say that. Instead, you say they and them. You're a coward. You are a coward. Instead of keeping your boot on the Islamic terrorists, you decide to keep your boot on the throat of BP. Typical slimy attorney. So anyways, I want to show you where I'm at right now. I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see this, because and it's going to jump around a little bit again, but I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this, because it's just a beautiful view. But the sun is out, and you may not, you know, yeah, you just may not be able to see it. It's probably just too bright for this camera to pick up. But if you can see that, I mean, there's just mountain ranges for I don't even know how many miles. It just goes on and on and on, but doesn't look like you're going to be able to see that. So I'm gonna abandon that. That's too bad. But anyways, I keep marching on. I'm just asking everybody out there to be an active member of team. It's great that you joined, but you need to be active. And we're going to talk more and more about how we're going to build organization, Team Americas in communities around the country, to start educating people on the Constitution, on what it means to be free, and what the responsibilities of freedom and liberty are. We need to talk to people who are willing to listen. We're going to waste our time with people that have hidden agendas and that really just want socialism in this country. We're going to talk to the people that will listen and will understand that America's greatness is her freedom and liberty, not the federal government, regardless of what the media wants to say, regardless of what Hollywood wants to say, and regardless of what the federal government wants to say. So we've got to start a movement that's going to start turning this thing back, because I fear if we don't, this country's going to be lost forever. And I'm going down, as I was telling John and Maggie, you know, win or lose, I'm going down with my boots on. I am not going to go down without a fight. And I pray that there are many, 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 many other Americans, the majority of other Americans feel the same way. And it's time we start to walk arm in arm and push this federal government back into the constitutional box that it must work within. The rest of this is agendas, and it's ripping this country apart. So anyways, we'll talk more. I'm going to be walking here in just a little bit. Another beautiful day. Think about what I'm doing out here every single day. I mean, I'm doing it every single day. So pray for me, pray for safety, and for America. Let's just pray for America. So God bless you, and God bless America.